I still remember the first time I tried to set a budget. I was so enthusiastic. I even had colorful spreadsheets, categories for every possible expense, and the confidence that I was finally taking control of my finances. Fast forward 1 month, and there I was, staring at a budget that was in complete shambles, wondering where it all went wrong. Does that sound familiar to you? Well, we're not alone. Even Warren Buffett, one of the world's most successful investors, once said, "Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving." It's a simple principle, the one that many of us, including myself, struggle to implement. With inflation, most people nowadays fail to maintain their budget. But why is that? What are we all missing? The answer might surprise you, and that's exactly what we're going to uncover today. Now, before we dive into the world of budgeting and explore why it often fails, make sure to hit that like button if you've ever found yourself in a similar situation. And don't hesitate to share your budgeting stories in the comments. Let's learn from each other and figure out how to make budgeting work for all of us this year. What is my budgeting method? When it comes to budgeting, trust me, I've searched lots on the internet and have tried various methods from what I've read, watched, and what some of my friends suggested to me. So let me walk you through some of them, and maybe you'll see some parallels with your own experiences. First, I dabbled in the envelope system, inspired by the wisdom of many financial experts, including Dave Ramsey. I divided my money into physical envelopes for different expenses like groceries, entertainment, and bills. But now in our digital and cashless society, it became challenging to stick with it. How many of you have faced the same struggle? Let me know down below. Next, I ventured into the 50-30-20 rule, where 50% of income goes to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings. It's a method popularized by Senator Elizabeth Warren in her book, All You're Worth. On paper, it seemed great, but in practice, distinguishing between needs and wants wasn't always as clear-cut. But this has been one of my favorites too, and if you want to learn it, you can check the link in the description box for a step-by-step guide. I also turned to technology for help, using various budgeting apps available in the store. These apps were fantastic in offering real-time insights into my spending, but I found that they required a level of commitment and monitoring that I couldn't always maintain. Then I tried the zero-based budgeting system, where every dollar has a purpose, a method many businesses and individuals have found success with. But again, I stumbled, as unexpected expenses would pop up, throwing my carefully planned budget into disarray. Finally, after all these trials and tribulations, I landed on a hybrid method, taking pieces from different strategies to create something that fit my unique financial situation. It's been a learning process, filled with ups and downs, and it continues to evolve. How about you? What's your budgeting method? Is it one I've tried, or something entirely different? Share your thoughts in the comments. Why doesn't budgeting seem to work? So, we've explored various budgeting methods, and maybe you've noticed something that is related to your own experiences. But here comes the crucial question that many of us face. Why doesn't budgeting seem to work? First off, let's talk about human behavior. Behavioral economist Dan Ariely has noted that we humans are inherently impulsive and often succumb to immediate desires. I've certainly been there, haven't you? Those spontaneous online purchases or dining out when I should have been cooking at home. They can derail even the most well-planned budget. Another stumbling block is the failure to account for unexpected expenses. I found myself on more than one occasion dealing with a car repair or a sudden medical bill that wasn't part of the budgeting plan. It's a common problem, not just for me, but for many of us. Aside from that, we tend to set unrealistic goals. Motivational speaker Tony Robbins says, "Setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible." But if those goals are too ambitious or vague, they can become invisible once again. Like aiming to save 50% of your income when you've never saved before is a recipe for disappointment. Another factor is the lack of adaptability in our budgeting methods. Life is unpredictable, and our budgets often need to be flexible to accommodate that. If our budgeting method is too rigid, it becomes impractical and hard to follow. Finally, there's a psychological aspect. Sometimes, budgeting can feel like a restriction, a chain holding us back. It becomes a chore rather than a tool for financial freedom. As Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, once said, "It's not about the numbers, but your behavior and your commitment." So, why doesn't budgeting work? It's not just the method or the numbers. It's a combination of psychology, behavior, unrealistic expectations, and life's unpredictability. And understanding these factors is the first step towards making budgeting work for us. How budgets help us. Okay, we've talked about why budgeting often fails. But now, let's explore the brighter side of budgeting and how it can truly make a difference in our lives. First and foremost, budgets give us insight. By tracking where our money goes, we gain clarity about our spending habits. I remember the first time I analyzed my spending. It was eye-opening to see how much I was spending on things like coffee or subscription services. Budgets also provide direction. Like a roadmap for a road trip, they guide us towards our financial goals, whether it's buying a house, going on vacation, or simply saving for a rainy day. I've personally experienced how a clear financial plan can turn dreams into achievable targets. Suze Norman, a well-known personal finance guru, often stresses the importance of having financial goals and using a budget to reach them. Then there's the control factor. Having a budget places us in the driver's seat of our financial journey. We decide where our money goes rather than letting it control us. Remember when I said budgeting can feel like a restriction? Well, it can also be empowering. Warren Buffett's wise words resonate here. Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. It's not taking charge, and it's a powerful feeling. Budgeting also cultivates discipline and good financial habits. As Aristotle once said, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. By sticking to a budget, we develop habits that pave the way for financial success. For me, this discipline translated into less impulse buying and more thoughtful spending. Another critical aspect is that budgeting prepares us for emergencies. Having a budget allows us to set aside funds for unexpected events. I've learned this the hard way when I was hit with an unforeseen expense. Without a budget, it would have been a financial disaster. Lastly, budgeting leads to peace of mind. Knowing where our money is going and having a plan reduces financial stress. A survey found that 70% of Americans feel that their financial situation affects their stress levels. With a budget in place, I felt a significant weight lifted off my shoulders, and I bet many of you can relate to that. So, from gaining insights and control to building habits, setting achievable goals, preparing for emergencies, and reducing stress, budgeting serves as a multifaceted tool that benefits us in numerous ways. If you've ever doubted the power of budgeting, I hope this section helps you see it in a new light. It's not just about numbers, it's about shaping our lives and future. If you agree, give this video a thumbs up. How to control spending. Now that we've explored how budgeting can be a tremendous asset in our lives, it's essential to tackle one of the most challenging aspects, controlling spending. It's a subject close to my heart, and probably yours too. So let me share with you some practical ways that have helped me and could help you too. 1. Understanding wants versus needs. The distinction between what we want and what we need can sometimes blur. For me, recognizing the difference was a game changer. Economist Thomas Sowell once said, "The first lesson of economics is scarcity. There is never enough of anything to satisfy all those who want it." Understanding this principle helps us prioritize our spending. 2. Setting clear goals. Whether it's saving for a vacation or paying off debt, having tangible goals keeps us focused. It's like running a marathon. Knowing the finish line helps us pace ourselves. 3. Using technology to our advantage. Utilizing budgeting apps has provided me with real-time insights into my spending habits. It's like having a financial coach right in your pocket. 4. Creating an emergency fund. Having a financial cushion for unexpected expenses has saved me from overspending. Financial expert Dave Ramsey recommends having at least $1,000 in an emergency fund to start. Trust me, it takes the pressure off knowing that you're prepared for life surprises. If you want to start setting up your emergency fund, check out one of our videos that will help you do it the right way. 5. Embracing mindful spending. For me, taking a moment to think before purchasing has made a substantial difference. It's about asking ourselves, do I really need this? As Oprah Winfrey wisely put it, too many people spend money they haven't earned to buy things they don't want, to impress people they don't like. Mindful spending shifts our focus from acquiring things to aligning with our true values. 6. Rewarding ourselves the right way. Rewarding ourselves for reaching financial milestones doesn't have to break the bank. It's about celebrating progress without derailing our financial goals. I found that small, meaningful rewards keep me motivated without negatively impacting my budget. 7. Avoiding debt traps. Credit cards can be a double-edged sword. While they offer convenience, they can also lead to overspending. By paying off my credit card balance every month and being aware of interest rates, I managed to keep this potential pitfall under control. 8. Education and financial literacy. Continuous learning has been my ally in controlling spending. From reading books to attending workshops, education equips us with the tools to make sound financial decisions. It was Warren Buffett who once said, "The best investment you can make is an investment in yourself." Controlling spending is about empowerment and making informed decisions that align with our life goals. It's a continuous journey of self-awareness, discipline, and smart strategies. Examples. All right, we've journeyed through the theory and principles of budgeting, understanding why it might fail, how it helps us, and ways to control spending. Now, let's ground all of this in some real-world examples, both from my life and others who have shared their stories with the world. 1. My own experience with emergency funds. There was a time when I was hit with an unexpected medical bill that could have thrown my entire budget off course. However, thanks to the emergency fund that I had put together, I was able to handle the expense without panic. It's a real-life testament to the power of preparedness. 2. A friend's success with the envelope system. A close friend of mine successfully paid off significant debt by rigorously following the envelope system. By dividing his money into physical envelopes for each category, he maintained strict control over his spending and reached his financial goal within a year. His success was a vivid reminder of how traditional methods can still have a powerful impact. 3. Real impact of mindful spending. A colleague of mine embraced mindful spending by questioning each purchase and aligning it with her values. Over time, this practice helped her save enough to embark on a life-changing travel experience. Her story showcases how Oprah's philosophy of spending within means can lead to fulfilling life experiences. 4. Avoiding debt traps through education. A family member of mine struggled with credit card debt but turned things around through education and financial literacy. By attending workshops and seeking professional advice, he was able to navigate out of the debt trap and build a stable financial future. It's a living example of Warren Buffett's belief in self-investment. 5. Global movements like FIRE or financial independence retire early. We've seen a surge in movements like FIRE, where individuals are living frugally and investing wisely retire early. I followed blogs, channels, and podcasts of those who have achieved this, and their stories are a testament to what disciplined budgeting and spending control can achieve. How about you? Do you have any personal examples or know someone who has triumphed through budgeting? Let's share and celebrate those stories in the comments below. And if you're inspired by these examples, don't forget to hit the like button. It's been a journey of discovery for me, and I hope for you too. Whether you're a budgeting novice or a seasoned expert, I believe these insights can lead us to financial empowerment. See you in the next video.